Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, you're just in time because usually the new data comes in during the 10 and the 11 o'clock newscast, and we have brand new numbers from the National Weather Service. Nothing has changed as far as the fact that we still think that impacts, and perhaps significant ones here in New England, are likely. Taking a look at the satellite photo, the wind speeds have dropped from 100 down to 90. It doesn't really surprise me that much because you do get fluctuations in intensity, but still a formidable storm. Here's the coast of Florida, and it's spinning through the Bahamas. In fact, it's quite likely that as it continues its journey to the north and as it gets near the Carolina coastline, it'll probably re-intensify. So bottom line, I don't see like a real significant weakening where you wake up tomorrow morning, it's only 40 miles per hour. This is going to be a significant storm all the way up to the mid-Atlantic and southern New England coastlines. But we take a look at the weather headlines, and still concerned based on all the information we've been looking at that impacts are going to be likely here in southern New England. Rain, wind, ocean impacts as well. It's just figuring out the magnitude of all three. The timing appears to be very, very late Sunday night, but into the early morning hours of Monday and Tuesday. Though even the magnitude of these impacts we think have the potential to be significant. So all the more reason why we're going to watch the situation closely. And obviously we're going to get back to Sandy in just a second. First, I want to show you the temperatures outside. You can see readings are in the upper 40s to a lower 50s. It's a partly cloudy, kind of a quiet night. 51 in Providence right now, low 50s along the South Shore. Satellite photo looks nice. It certainly won't look like this by later in the weekend and towards early next week, but just kind of partly cloudy conditions. So overnight tonight looks fine. Tomorrow morning, no problem. 7 a.m. clouds and 49. 11 o'clock in the morning, we're at sunshine and 62, or developing sunshine. And during the afternoon, actually looking pretty nice. It's a mild day. Temperatures are comfortable. It's dry with some sunshine. Mid and upper 60s. Coventry 67, mid 60s in our northern suburbs. And out across southeastern Massachusetts, it looks like a decent day as well, with partly to mostly sunny skies. All right, obviously getting back to Sandy. Here's Florida and the Bahamas. Now, you can't think of a hurricane as just a little pinpoint on a map, because obviously it's in 3 dimensions. It covers a lot of real estate. So while this is the center of the storm, look at the width of the tropical storm force winds in this orange envelope that extend from the center. So you don't necessarily have to have the center pass through your backyard to get significant weather. The center can pass far away from you, but you still get impacts, and we anticipate that's what will happen. Here's the new forecast track paralleling the east coast of the United States and then taking a rare, very rare left-hand turn. We usually don't see the storms do this. Usually when they're in this position, they'll do one of two things. They'll come straight into New England, or they'll bend out to sea. So this left-hand hook, and we've been talking about this last couple of nights, is rare, but it still looks like this will happen. Look at all the other forecast models that we use. Each little colored contour represents a forecast track, and they all seem to be clustered in this area. So I would say anywhere from the Chesapeake Bay to Cape Cod, this pink zone right in here is fair game for a potential landfall. But right now it looks like south of New York City. That would put us on the windy side of the storm, but it'll also produce a strong onshore flow if this is the track that ends up panning out, and this would tend to push ocean water towards the coastline, and why we'd be concerned about coastal flooding during each high tide cycle. If it were to track further to the north, it'd be more of a land breeze. There wouldn't be as much of an ocean surge. So the exact track of the storm will determine just the magnitude of the coastal flooding. We have computer models that can predict wave heights. Look at these huge waves that are developing offshore by Monday morning, and it's this wave energy that's going to pound our coastline come Monday and Tuesday, and why, even though the storm may track out towards New York City or New Jersey, the potential is still there for coastal flooding at the time of high tide. All right, 7-day outlook shows that we are nice and storm-free through at least Saturday, and I'd say most of Sunday day looks fine as well. It's very, very late Sunday night, more than likely the Monday-Tuesday time frame, with the potential impacts from Sandy, with rain and wind and power outages and perhaps some damaging wind as well. Keep in mind, we're 3 days away. A lot can change, and what concerns us is that if the track ends up being a little further north, say closer to New York City or Connecticut, that is a whole different ballgame as far as potential damage and flooding. So you want to stay tuned to further forecasts, but still feel as though a high-impact storm system is likely here starting Monday.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Tony.